Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, along with people across the country, the Hong King commemoration ceremony was solemnly held at Bawater, located at Hong Yung Avenue in Hoa Thanh Thao. A large number of local people gathered to participate in the commemoration ceremony, expressing deep gratitude and remembering the merits of the Hong King and their predecessor, who contributed to building and defending the country.
This year's Hong King State anniversary is carefully and solemnly prepared. Offerings, fruits, and sacrifice items are displayed skillfully and fully on the altar of Hong King and the altar of the fatherland. In addition to the meaning to thank the Hong Kings who built the country, the Hong King State anniversary is also an opportunity to educate the young generations to remember the merits and history of building the country and keeping the country of the Hong Kings, arousing the pride of the love of the homeland in each Vietnamese people. Bawater Temple was built by Cao Dai Tenant Church in 1955 to worship the historical celebrities and the people who have great merit to the country, to the people, the heroes and martyrs who died in the resistance wars of the nation. And it is also the only temple where the Cao Dai Holy See and the Cao Dai followers worshipped the Hong King. The temple has 6 sides with 3 floors of type roofs to get 18 roof panels that are always bright red and symbolize the 18 Hong Kings in history and legend. In order to return every March, parishioners return to the threshold of their ancestors, like the folk whoever goes backwards remember the death anniversary of the 10th of March, the lunar calendar. And ladies and gentlemen, during the regular April meeting on April the 17th, 2024 of the Provincial People's Committee, the Standing Committee of Provincial People's Committee requested that relevant sectors and localities need to focus on mobilizing resources to build the market of Hoa Thanh Commune, Trang Bang Thao, and will reach the Class 3 urban areas by 2030. Accordingly, the Standing Committee of Provincial People's Committee proposed that the content of the Hoa Thanh and Trang Bang Urban Development Program to 2030 and orientation to 2035 must ensure the compliance with the goals and orientations of urban development approved in the provincial planning, and they must be compatible and consistent with the general planning orientation and tasks of the 2 localities and linked to the goals of the urban classification project. Regarding the implementation of urban development programs in the 2 localities, urban development projects will invite and attract investment from businesses and investors. In particular, sectors and localities need to clearly identify public investment resources, socialize and freeze investment until 2025 and the period of 2025 to 2030 in accordance with the regulations. And on the morning of April 19, the Intersectorial Steering Committee on Food Hygiene and Safety of the province held the launching ceremony of Action Month for Food Safety in 2024. Attending the event, there were representatives of leaders of departments, branches, and sectors in the province. Speaking at launching ceremony, leaders of the Department of Health requested on the level sectors, political system, and the people from all walks of life to actively respond, effectively implement the goals of the month of action, and continue to have synchronous, powerful, and groundbreaking solutions in ensuring the food safety. At the same time, the Intersectorial Steering Committee on Food Safety at all levels, based on the actual situation of the locality, directs the implementation of food safety assurance, and the month of the action of food safety in 2024 closely follows the topic of continuing to ensure the food security and safety in the new situation. After the launching ceremony, the mobile vehicle team marched on the main roads of the city to propagate the meaningful messages of the month of action for food safety 2024. And from now until the date of the 10th race in train exams, there is only about 1 month left. Review work for the 10th race in train exams in the province being implemented aggressively to help the pupils achieve the best results in the exam. Currently, secondary schools in the province are urgently preparing for the 10th race in train exams. In addition to systematic work to consolidate the knowledge for the students, the teachers are assigned to exam review also pay special attention to how to take the exam and what skills to have when entering entrance exam room, as well as prepare for the pupils and students psychologically for the most effective 10th grade entrance exam. In particular, in order to achieve the high results in the 10th grade entrance exam, the teacher of all subjects have proposed teaching methods to help the pupils and students grab the knowledge as quickly as possible to apply in their exams. The 10th grade entrance exam is approaching, and in addition to the efforts of the school and the students in exam preparation, the parents also need to pay attention to both physical and mental training, helping so that the students and the pupils can enter the 10th grade exams confidently and achieve the best results. And ladies and gentlemen, implementing the emulation movement to successfully complete the task of collecting and paying the state budgets in the province in 2024, the Management Board of the Economic Zones implements a side task with specific solution as follows. The Management Board of the Economic Zones focuses on promoting and supporting investment in industrial parks and border gates economic zones, create favorable conditions for businesses to recover, invest in expanding production and business, promptly resolve difficulties and obstacles of businesses during production and business activities, contributing to the task of budget collection of locality. Coordinate and provide information to tax authorities to determine tax obligations as a basis for granting ownership of work attached to land, management of land rental, and land use fee collection. The situation of project transfer, capital contributions, and share purchases by organizations and individuals serve as a basis for tax authorities to supervise and check tax finalization data on businesses for the projects. Investment projects operating in industrial parks and border gate economic zones and strive to complete the budget payment target for the collection of tolls for using infrastructure vehicles entering and exiting border gates, according to assigned estimates.
According to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, the production area in the field assessment to by the mountains will continue to lack irrigation water in this year's season. The lack of irrigation water occurs in some areas outside the water supply scope of the irrigation system, such as Khadon Field area in Thanh Tân Commune, Tân City, and Phan Commune, Surat Commune, Dư Mật Châu District. The reason is that the field area has a fairly high tolerance. The natural route is higher than the normal rising water level of Dầu Tiếng reservoirs. People here have only one solution: use well water. Some areas of groundwater are short of water due to raw production is rarely affected. To solve this problem, the department advised the Ronso People Committee to propose a project to develop smart agricultural value chain infrastructure to adapt to climate change in the province, a loan from the Asian Development Bank to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Planning and General Investment, and submitted the Prime Minister for approval, in which there are components: construction of irrigation infrastructure, traffic for the development of smart agriculture in Dư Mật Châu District, with the task of serving the supply of irrigation water for 3,283 hectares in Tân Hưng Commune, Tân Châu District, Tân Bình Commune, Tân City, and Surat Commune, Dư Mật Châu District. After the project is completed, it will contribute to solving the above-mentioned regional water shortage.
And ladies and gentlemen, on April the 12th of 2024, the Provincial People's Committee issued document number 1085 requesting relevant departments, branches, and sectors, and the chairman of People's Committee of District, Towns, and Tân City to strengthen the implementation of sun protection measures for the heat, drought, and water shortage in the dry season of 2024, limiting the impact of agricultural production and the people's quality of life, forest fire prevention and control also. And on the part of the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, directs the Southern Irrigation Exploitation Company and the Irrigation Exploitation Company to monitor and formally grasp hydrometeorological forecast information and have plans to supplement water resources from Phước Hòa Reservoir to Dầu Tiếng Reservoir to maintain the water supply for irrigation during prolonged drought periods. The People's Committee of District House and Tennant City monitor the situation of agricultural production and use of clean water by the people to coordinate with the irrigation companies. Water supply and drainage have proactive plans for water resources, avoiding shortages and scarcity of water sources, and have a plan to change the road structure suitable for difficult areas that cannot be proactive in the water sources. And to completely solve the situation of using fake driving license, the Tennant Police Traffic Police Force increased patrols and control, opening a peak period of specialized inspection on driving license to detect cases of illegal driving. In case of using a fake driver license, there will be thorough handling measures. And to prevent the use of fake driver licenses, Tennant Police Traffic Police will strengthen checking documents related to the people and vehicles when participating in traffic on the roads and the streets, preventing behavior buying and selling fake driver's licenses and other fake documents. And therefore, in addition to being administratively handled, if there is enough roads, criminal prosecution can be initiated. And currently, the traffic police conduct quick lookups for driver licenses at the website of the Vietnam Road Department, access to the chat links of https gplx.gov.vn, and it is the official electronic information page of Vietnam Road Administration under the strict supervision of Vietnam Ministry of Transport, ensuring official and accurate information. And ladies and gentlemen, in recent days, the heat and temperature in Quảng Ngãi have always been high, causing many children to be hospitalized for treatment of respiratory and digestive diseases. At Quảng Ngãi Obstetrics and Children's Hospital, on the average every day, thousands of children come for examination and treatment for respiratory and digestive diseases. The babies stay at home for 3 days and had cough, difficulty breathing, and constant wheezing. I took it to the hospital. They treated me. My baby had a fever, and when I came up here, the doctor examined and said she had to be hospitalized for treatment, and she had the pneumonia. According to statistics from Quảng Ngãi Obstetrics and Pediatrics Hospital, for about 2 weeks now, every day thousands of children have come for medical examination with the symptoms related to respiratory, digestive, etc. And therefore, the parents need to pay attention that when the children have the symptoms of fevers or prolonged cough, respiratory disease seems simple, but if it gets serious, complication can be dangerous. For example, if a patient with asthma is not treated properly, he or she will have a severe asthma attack, can be life-threatening. And pneumonia is the most common disease in the children under 5 years old. If a baby gets severe pneumonia or respiratory failure without timely treatment, it can also lead to death and is the leading cause of death in the children under 5 years old in developing countries like Vietnam. Hot sun and high temperatures promote the growth for pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, and fungi, and the increase in these sources will affect the environment. And when it enters the food, it causes digestive diseases, and when it enters the respiratory tract, it causes respiratory diseases, and it is the season. And it is the reason why the rate of the children suffering from digestive and respiratory diseases increase. The department has prepared human resources, medicine equipment, medical supplies, ventilators, dialysis machines, respiratory and digestive support are all available. On-duty teams are assigned for 24 over 7 days, and if there is a serious case, more will be mobilized. Dr. warned that it is also the time when the hand, foot, and mouth disease and dengue fever begin to appear. And therefore, when a child shows a signs of fever, severe cough, and continuous diarrhea, parents need to take the child to the doctor immediately or get to a hospital. And ladies and gentlemen, from the beginning of the year until now, Đắk Lắk province has recorded a rabies pandemic, and there have been 4 patients who died due to suspected rabies dog bites. In particular, recently, the weather has been unusually hot, increasing the risk of rabies outbreaks in the dogs. This is alarming, especially since there has not been much rain recently. The risk of rabies dogs becoming dangerous if there is no solution and with good control measures, and in the future the risk of death will increase. There is about more than 30,000 dogs in Krongba district, being a rise in households in the area, and the vaccination rate is low, only reaching for 21%. As a locality with 3 deaths suspected of being bitten by rabid dogs, the district health center has investigated, verified, and handled the outbreak. At the same time, strengthened communication of rabies prevention to the people, especially the people in remote areas. Through propaganda from the health sector, last year my family raised quite a few dogs. Recently, when my mother got bitten by a dog, I instructed her to wash it, clean the wound with soap, and take mother to the station for vaccination. Do not use oral folk methods that have no effect on rabies and harm the people's health. Vaccination is the most effective measure in preventing and combating rabies when bitten or scratched by dogs and cats. The Health Department of Dakhla Province is implementing many measures to prevent rabies. However, many people are still susceptible and lack awareness in raising and vaccinating cats and dogs. Along with that, the high cost of vaccines is also a reason why rabies prevention and control is difficult. Dakhla Provincial People's Committee was directed to agriculture, health sectors, and authorities on all levels to strengthen coordination of measures to prevent the risk of increasing the number of people bitten by dogs and cats, minimizing the number of deaths due to rabies, and towards ending the situation of animals capable of causing rabies. However, in addition to the drastic intervention of the authorities, each person needs to raise awareness to protect themselves.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of April 18, TayNinhTV Port George Stock Company held the third conquerment of Baden Mountain Peak lumbering tournament to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Before Victory and to celebrate the 8th anniversary of the establishment of the company. The contest with the participation of more than 100 athletes who are representatives of NC Department and unions of TayNinhTV Province. The 5-kilometer straight up roar is full of challenge from the flat roar to the lumbering ladder, but still can make it difficult for athletes. The contest is also an opportunity to tighten solidarity and launch the sport movement between partners and customers in the same system of Saigon New Port Corporation and NC of TayNinhTV Province. This year is part of a series of events of the organizing unit to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the Before Victory and celebrate the establishment of the unit, 8 years of the establishment of the unit. This is an activity that also aims to promote the movement of physical training, how to study, to be healthy, to build and protect the country. As the first finisher with a short time in the main table, Mr. Yuthuntom is very excited about his result. Although this is the first time to lumb the mountain by step, for people who often practice sport like him, getting to the first finish is not a surprising story. This is the first time I have participated in this lumbering tournament, but normally I practice according to the communist sport movement and set my own goals. Winning the first prize, I'm very happy and I will try to do more to improve my achievements. Participating in the contest with her little son, Miss Hương is the woman who made the deepest impression among athletes because of her fit and strong figure. Not only was she the first finisher on the woman running board after completing her competition, he also ran halfway down the road to pick up her son to the finish line. Then it is also a challenge for office workers, especially the sister and brother sitting in the office. Almost none with a little physical activity and sport. This is also a challenge. Then I appreciate the chance of sport the most. Between brother and sister, achievements don't matter. After the competition ended, the delegation organized Jan, sweepte, and awarded prize to the athlete. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.